In this video, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to run data throughout your shipping container. This is the first version where we are surface mounting everything. It's very nice to do this because we can finish the entire interior of a container, not have to worry about the electricians, and you only call them once. When you pipe all your electrical and your data in on the surface, it saves so many trips with the electrician. It's like the difference of like 10 different times they need to stop here versus a day, day and a half, and they're out of here. I love this method, but a lot of people feel that it's unsightly. And so here is the method that's just always the easiest, the most editable. It future-proofs your office setup. So in this instance, there's a whole bunch of Cat 6. You know, it's not Cat 5, so it's better than Cat 5, but it is just Cat 6. And the world is moving to fiber optics. So whether there's stranded fiber cables that would be run, especially if there was a big database or something in here, or like our video team that move a lot of throughput through their computer to their storage device. And so that requires fiber optic, and in this instance, we could run another one just on the surface with fiber only, or we could pull all this out and run fiber connections. But what we do is we just continue to pull and stub out. And so here's one example where the electricians, and they got their fancy tools, and they'll give a wire that has a couple different ports in multiple places in this office. And so here is another one as we continue across, and this is what it looks like all finished up. Now, if you're building a container home and this is something you don't like, we do have other options, so let's go check that out right now. And so here's another option and a more clean option. So here you can see we have lots of power. This is going to be our film crew's office. So we're giving them lots of power and lots of data in multiple places in this container. And how we're doing this is we put a 4x4 box in there and we ran a conduit down. Maybe just see the conduit poking out here. And then when that box is open, we can just fish a couple Cat 6 lines down into the baseboard area of this. And we left all that open. We finished the whole interior except for that. And we plan to use a PVC trim board. This comes with like a cedar style finish on the one, or a smooth finish. So this is a 6-inch, but if we used an 8-inch trim board, it gives us lots of room for, you know, future additions in here without having to pull off our interior wall panels. And then finally, this is steel studded. And so in order to run these through the steel studs, make sure that you're protecting these wires so that they don't get cut on the sharp edges of the steel studs. Last thing in here, this is just soundproof insulated. This is actually inside of our shop, and we're not actually spray foaming this. This is a bit of a different view to a lot of what our other container-based mods look like. So with this system, the electricians buy just a bulk spool of Cat 6 cable, and then they actually crimp all their own ends on with their special crimping tool. That's a very finicky job and doesn't look fun, and it looks like it takes a lot of time. But what they get as the end result is a bunch of normal Cat 6 cables, and then these are all going to spit out the wall. And what we're gonna do with this big cable here, and you see they have it taped together, is our network switch is gonna sit up here, and we're gonna drill a hole where it goes, maybe some sort of a beauty ring, and then fish this up the wall, pop it out very neatly, and then plug all these in to our network switch, which is networked to our larger database setup. So now let's jump to the final office, one that we've been utilizing for a long time, and I just wanna show you how we collect all these wires back into a network switch. First, if you're new to our channel, you're probably wondering, how are we framing these shipping containers? There's a couple different methods. We like to use Container Modification World's steel stud brackets. There's the aluminum version or the composite version, and these work very well with the corner casting covers. Or if you're looking to surface mount and pipe everything, we have our CSM brackets or the MSS line, the MSS single and the double. Those all work super well. You can check them out at containermodificationworld.com. So welcome to our third and final office I'm going to show you in this video. This here I've worked in before. I've had our video team in here, our programmers in here, and this has treated us very well. And so we fire this thing with internet through an Ethernet cable that comes through the wall, and this actually goes out into a weatherproof box with a in-use cover on it. And so we can actually just run, like, I think there's a Cat 7. It's a really durable kind of outdoor rated Ethernet cable that we can feed this from another building, because this thing moves around with internet. And then now this can send out a new Wi-Fi signal through the Wi-Fi router, and we have our network switches here. This is all right beside our panel, and we have our panel plug, which they can plug into, and this works great. So a lot of the data throughout this office is piped in, and you see here he's just got the plastic protector on the end of this pipe, and it all comes up. They're the sticky zip tie holders with like a 3M adhesive on the back, and they've been holding up really well, except for maybe this one here, but that looks really good. So a lot of the cables, the Cat 6 will either run downwards or upwards and go to different areas inside of this container. This is the way that we here at The Container Guy like to run Ethernet throughout shipping containers. I didn't touch on coax. We just actually had a comment yesterday in one of our videos where someone was looking for advice on how to run coax and Ethernet through shipping containers. Coax would be the same deal, just we're not running satellite and TV through here. So if you enjoyed this and this was helpful to you, please help us out and give the video a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. And as always, check us out at tcg.ca. Hope you learned something. Still got it.